It's 1:44 a.m. April 19th, 2022. Time to make the donuts. Alright, so I think it was about 12 hours ago that I discovered that I couldn't make the wall dimensions work properly. I built the foundation, I installed the sill plates, the rim joists, the structure, the walls, the floors, and then I started putting interior walls in, and I couldn't get the dimensions to work out. And the reason the dimensions didn't work out, I'm slurring my speech, is because, and this is a very good lesson for the youngins, I guess, and for the old ones as well, before you dig too deep into a project, I think it's probably a good idea to reconcile the drawings with one another, to check them. This is a very important detail here, the exterior wall. There's a lot of information here, and I went straight to it and built a lot of my model around it. And this detail drawing is not consistent with the one right next to it. In this one, the rim joist is not flush with the wall. The sheathing is flush with the wall. Okay, so now let's go over here to this other detail. In this detail drawing, the rim joist is flush with the wall, with the foundation is what I mean, and the sheathing is outside the foundation. Okay, so I didn't notice that because I thought I could rely on this detail drawing. It's got lots of information and I should have been able to use it. Another thing that's not quite right here is the floor. They have a 2x10 rim joist and 3/4 inch floor, and somehow they come up with 1 foot thickness. Obviously that's not right. Even if it was a 2x12, the 3/4 inch floor isn't 3/4 of an inch thick, so the assembly would not be 1 foot 0 inches tall. So I don't know what to think about that. Maybe it's common to just generalize. That doesn't seem like a sane thing to do because all the elevations on the whole building depend on the thickness of that floor, at least the elevations above the foundation. What else did I want to say about this? Oh, so then we've got a 15.7 exterior dimension here, and that is face of core to face of core, and oops, here it is again, 15.7 outside the core, and then inside 15.0 from the inside of the core to the inside of the core. And so it should have been possible to deduce from those two numbers that the sheathing had to be outside the foundation wall. And if I had just done a couple dimensional checks like that, I don't know what other dimensions would have worked for that experiment. Probably a whole bunch. Well, yeah, of course a whole bunch. So because I didn't try to reconcile a couple dimensions with the detailed drawings, I got burned. And so in the last 12 hours I basically relived my Saturday and Sunday. It's Monday now. Well, it's Tuesday now. And I'm glad I went back and ripped everything apart and started over because I wanted to find out what was, I wanted to resolve the problem, figure out what the problem was and resolve it. So I've got this area of the house sort of fixed, and I ought to be able to place the rest of the interior walls pretty quickly tomorrow. Alright, that's all I got to say about that. Important lessons about detailed drawings.